This video is about what's inside this little box. This video is about what's inside this little box. This is the Thrunite TH10 version 2 throwing headlamp flashlight. So you're asking yourself, hey, SCdigger, why a video about flashlights? Why not? If you're like me, you like the outdoors. But one of the problems with the outdoors is it gets dark. So when Thrunite contacted me and said, hey, we'll send you a flashlight if you'll do an honest review, I said, sure, why not? So let's take a quick look at the Thrunite TH10 version 2 flashlight headlamp. So let's start by taking a look at what's actually in the box when you get it. All right, so we open it up. We see, of course, there is a USB charging cable. The flashlight, which is connected to the headband for using as a headlamp. Looks like we've got another headlamp bracket for in case something happens to the first one. Foam. There is a clip for the flashlight if you're using it off the headband. And let's see what else we got. We got some of this poisonous gel stuff. Throw away, do not eat. Looks like we got some replacement O-rings, as the flashlight is waterproof up to 2 meters. And looks like instructions for how to use it. Let's start with some of the key features of the Thrunite TH10. First and foremost, first impression is that it feels solid. So it feels like it could handle anything you could give it. It's extremely bright. It has a maximum output of 2100 lumens, but it also has multiple modes, a firefly mode, low, medium, medium-high, high, even an SOS mode that we'll take a look at in just a minute. It's easy to use. One button function here. You click it and you see that it very easily works through all of the various modes that it has just by an easy one click of the button. The LED Cree light bulb in this thing says that it has a lifespan of up to 20 years of runtime. So you shouldn't ever have to replace the bulb or the battery. Just recharge it and keep on going. Let's talk about the modes now. It has multiple modes. The flashlight does have a memory so that when you turn it on, it remembers the last mode setting you had it on. So when I turn it on, we have first what's called the firefly mode, which is basically 1 lumen, and you can get up to 40 days of runtime at this. A lot of people call this simply the reading mode. Next you have a, if I hold it down, you'll see it'll cycle through the next one, and we have the low mode, and that's 37 lumens and 57 hours of runtime. Next is the medium low mode, which is 138 lumens and basically 13 hours of runtime. Once you go up to medium, it's 350 lumens and 4 hours of runtime. High is 1100 lumens at 90 minutes of runtime, and it even has a what's called a turbo mode, which is maximum 2100 lumens with basically 2 minutes worth of runtime. We're going to run through all of these when we do our night test here shortly, and you'll be able to see exactly the output from each of these different modes. The Thrunite TH10 is impact resistant up to 1.5 meters. It weighs right at 71 grams without the battery and the head strap. It is waterproof up to 2 meters. Not saying that I would go diving with it, but if you happen to drop it in the creek or the river, you're going to be safe. Of course, one of the key features of the Thrunite TH10 version 2 is it comes with this adjustable head strap, and that way you can use it hands-free in any number of different situations. So now let's take a quick run through of the operation of the Thrunite TH10 version 2. So operation of the Thrunite TH10 is simple. To turn it on and off, you're simply going to press the switch on the top. To toggle through all of the various modes, you're simply going to hold that switch down and you'll see it cycle through the various modes. It also has a memory function, so the light is going to turn on at the last mode used. So right now it's in the Firefly mode. I turn it off, turn it back on, and it stays in the Firefly mode. I hold the button down and you see it cycle through all of its different modes. Now, the blue light on the switch on the top of the flashlight, that's going to indicate a fully charged battery. What will happen when the battery has about 10% left, it's going to start flashing red. When you're charging, you see the charge port right here on the side of the flashlight where it charges by USB. As you charge it, that light will be red, and once you are fully charged, it will turn to that blue color. This is the lowest light mode, called the Firefly setting. Other people call it the reading setting, and this would be good, for example, if you're needing to take a look at a map or read some kind of text, but not to overpower whatever it is you're looking at. Now, let's take a look at the other light modes. So we're going to cycle through all the various modes for the TH10. First and foremost, this is the Firefly setting, the lowest setting. Barely illuminates the backyard. Let's go up to the low setting. And we have much more visibility. Now let's go from the low to the medium. So here's the medium setting on the TH10. And then finally, let's go to the brightest setting. On the Thrunite TH10. And as you can see, it throws a really strong beam. And this is a throwing light versus a flood, so you get a much more concentrated beam rather than a wide view. So there you have it, the Thrunite TH10 version 2 headlamp flashlight. With long run times coupled with the extreme brightness, the TH10 version 2 will be a perfect all-around light to meet anyone's needs. Now, I've put a link in the description below to Thrunite. That way you can check out what they have to offer. Maybe you'll want to add it to your kit or your everyday carry. Thanks for watching this review. For Saving History, I'm SCdigger.